All right, this is our yoga sculpt. So if you'd like to have some cushion under your knees, feel free to grab a bolster or pillow. We'll definitely need a set of light weights. I'm just using 1 pound, and then a set of blocks. We're going to start in a seated position today. Go ahead and come down on the floor. You can do crisscross applesauce, bringing one foot in front of the other. Sweep both arms up high, deep inhale. Deep exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. I have no idea what playlist that was. Keep it going. Inhaling, gazing up. Reach your arms overhead, gazes forward. Release your hands to the tops of your knees. Maybe rock from side to side, making sure both sit bones are pressed firmly into the floor. Sending the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and back. A few more times here in this direction. Up and back. One more time. Release your shoulders down. This time roll your shoulders towards your ears and forward. Warming up the shoulders. Once more. Now relax your shoulders down from your ears. Draw your hands towards your hips. Pull your shoulder blades together. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. As you exhale, round your spine. Press your hands towards your knees. Gaze towards your navel. Inhale, coming through your cat and cow in seated position. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, press it away. One more time, seated cat and cow. Inhale. And exhale. Gently let it all go. Come back to center. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Reach both arms up high. Draw your elbows wide behind your head. Exhale, draw your elbows towards one another. Inhale, open. So cat and cow again, this time with your elbows tracking out to the sides. Deep exhale. And inhale. One more time. Gently open up your shoulders. Draw your right elbow towards your right hip or knee. Inhale, rise up, left elbow to the left side. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist, drawing your right elbow center, left elbow behind you. Come back through center, twist over to the right, left elbow forward, right elbow behind you. Come back to center, reach your left hand long on the floor. Extend your right leg long, sweep your arms up, coming into stargazer. Reach your right hand up and back, press your hips forward. Gently release your hips slowly back down. Cross your right foot or the left foot back in front the same way you previously had. Then we're just going to fold forward. Feeling that stretch in our outer hip. If you're just joining us, no worries. A set of blocks, light weights, and if you'd like some cushion underneath your knees to support you, you can grab a pillow or a bolster. On your next exhale, gently walk your hands back through center, switching your legs. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, bend your elbows, elbows are wide. Exhale, round your spine, elbows towards one another. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Imagine you're trying to create space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, drawing those shoulder blades back together. Come back through center. Draw your left elbow toward your left hip or the floor. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right elbow to right hip or the floor. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist, look over the right side. Inhale, back through center. Twist, look over the left side. Inhale, come back through center. Release your right hand down by your right hip on the floor on a block. Extend your left leg long. Press your hips up as you reach your left arm up and back. Slowly release your hips down. Draw that left foot back in front of the right, sitting up nice and tall. Gently walk your hands out in front. Feeling the stretch in the outer hip here. Gently walk your hands back through center. From here, we're going to rock forward onto our knees and hands, and then coming into a tabletop position. So wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck your toes, hover your shins. So you're going to come into a bear position. From here, draw your right knee to your right elbow, tap it back, left knee to left elbow, tap it back. Just alternating, same knee to same elbow, coming back to that bear position. At any point in time, you can lower your knees to the floor or keep your shins hovering. One more time, each side, right and left. To your tabletop, release your knees down, keep your toes tucked. Hammock your belly, lift your gaze. On your exhale, untuck your toes, press it away. One more time, tabletop, cat and cow. Tuck your toes and press it away. Come back to that tabletop position, neutral spine, tuck your toes, hover your shins. This time right hand taps left knee, set your right hand down, left hand taps right knee. So you're just alternating opposite hand to opposite knee. Try to avoid rocking from side to side here if you can. One more time each side, right hand to left knee and left hand to right knee. Release your hands, release your knees, keep your toes tucked, hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Untuck your toes, press it away. Come back through tabletop, tucking the toes. And pressing it away. Coming back to your tabletop, tuck your toes, walk your hands up, palm print forward, tuck your toes, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Coming into your first downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels, lifting and lowering one foot at a time. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Circle out your right ankle. Maybe circle out your right hip. Square out your hips, kick your right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Kick it back. This time, step through the center. Find your balance. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Cactus the arms, bend your left knee. Reverse lunge, and lift. Two more. Once more. Hold that back leg straight, hinge forward, sweep your arms back. Sweep your arms around in front. If you're trying to reach for something, past your right toes. Pivot your left toes, open up, find your warrior two. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, bend, two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Tuck your left hand behind your back. Try to high five that wall behind you. Find your reverse triangle. Keep that right leg straight, tee out the arms, bump your hips back, reach your right fingertips over your right toes as far as you can, and then draw your right hand down, left arm up, find your triangle. Hold it here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, hold it low, bend into that right knee, release your right hand to your right thigh, draw your left bicep towards your left ear, extend aside. Pivot your left toes, reach your left hand down to the inside of your right foot, sweep your right arm high. High lunge with a twist, circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder, forwards and backwards. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the left side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release it to the outside of your right foot. Set any props aside. Step your right foot back. Option to lower your knees or hover that right leg. Lower down. Come through your chaturanga. Come through tabletop or directly downward facing dog. Pedal it out. We're going to repeat that same mini sequence on the left side. Pedal out those heels. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. Circle out your left ankle, wiggle your toes, maybe circle out your left hip. Take your left leg straight back. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee toe, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee toe, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Find your focus. Inhale, rise up. High crescent. Bend the elbows, bend the back right knee. Lunge and lift. 2 more. 1 more. Hold in the high crescent. Hinge forward. Sweep both arms back. Hold the hinge. Draw your arms around in front. Pivot your right toes. Open your right arm up. Find your warrior 2. Deep bend that left knee. Inhale, lift, big star. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Nice. Inhale, lift and hold. Tuck your right hand behind your back. High five that wall behind you with your left hand. Reverse triangle. Come back through center. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Tee out your arms. Bump your hips to the back of your mat. Reach your left fingertips as far as you can over your left toes. Draw your left hand down, right arm up. Find your triangle. Right shoulder stacks over the left. Hold it here. Pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold it low. Bend into that left knee. Release your left hand to left thigh. Draw your right bicep to your right ear. Reach those right fingertips long. Extended side. Hold it here for a breath. Pivot your right toes. Reach your right hand down to the inside of your left foot on the floor on a block with your left arm high. Circle out your left wrist. Circle out your shoulder backwards and forwards. Does not matter which direction you start. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Draw that left arm up high. Release your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Set any props aside. Step your left foot back. Hover it. Option to lower your knees. Lower down. Elbows stay tucked in. Come through your chaturanga. Come back to your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Come back to your breath. Keep a deep bend in both of your knees. Walk your hands towards your toes. Coming into a forward fold. Let your neck hang nice and loose. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or blocks. Crown of your head pulling to the top of your mat. Maybe past your mat. Exhale, come back to that forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and just let your neck hang nice and loose. Feeling the stretch of your spine. If you're wondering, am I holding tension? Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. If you're holding tension in your neck, you should not be able to do a yes or a no nod. Release both hands back to center as you sway back through center. Gently roll up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders down and back. All right, let's go ahead and let's grab a set of weights, 1 weight in each hand. We're going to come into a wide stance. So from here, come into a plie squat, weights to your shoulders. We're going to rise up, reach the weights overhead, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, come on those tippy toes. So a shoulder press into a closed goddess. So deep bend in those knees, hips are sinking low. Beautiful. Lift and lower. Palms are facing in. You're just resting those palms, those weights on your shoulders as you bend deep into both knees. As you press your knuckles to the ceiling, straighten your legs. Maybe come on your tippy toes. That's it. You've got it. A few more here. We're going to add on next. On the next one, have a bend in the knees, cactus the arms. We're going to find that goddess pose. Rise up, big start. Keep your heels glued to the floor. Come back to that goddess pose. Draw your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale, rise, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, rise, big star. Reach it high. Come back to that goddess, starting to the left side, left elbow to left knee. Center, right side. Nice. Big start, reach it up high. Goddess pose, left side. Right side. Stay with it. Almost there. We're gonna swap these weights for blocks in just a few. I'm pretty sure I've done the same side multiple times in a row. If you're just like me, that's okay. Just come back to the other side next time. Last time, inhale, reach. All right, set those blocks off to the side. Grab a block, set those weights. Grab a block. From here, block is in front of you. You can also go without the block. Left leg is your base. Kick your right leg back, flex your foot, lower down. So L step, lift it up and lower. It does not matter how high you get that right leg. You're going to feel it in the base of your right glute. Try to keep that leg straight, continually flexing through your foot. So as you bring that foot back down towards the left, your heel is not coming along that floor, it's just grazing it. Hands can be on the floor, they can be on a block. If you want to challenge your balance more, you can bring your hands to heart center. You can airplane your arms, your choice. L step with the right leg. Few more here. Lift and lower, one more. On the next one, hold that right leg lifted. This time, point your right toe. We're gonna bend into both knees as you draw that right knee to the outside of the left Shiva squat. Kick it straight back. So now we're keeping that right leg lifted. Draw that knee to the outside of your left thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. Tuck it in, kick it back. Keep it going, Shiva squat. Same options with your hands. They can be on the floor. You can place them on a block. You can bring your hands to heart center to challenge your balance a little bit more. Do what you can. Don't you love when you forget to set your watch? Means we gotta start all over again. Just kidding, I won't do that to you guys. We're gonna switch sides here in just a few. Lift and bend. Give me one more. All right, set that right foot down. Pump your hips side to side. Deep bend in both the knees as you alternate. All right, let's repeat that same thing. This time the right leg is your base. Flex through your left foot. L step, lift and lower. Remember your hand placement. See what you can do on this side. Maybe taking note, maybe this side feels a little bit different than the right side, that's okay. And again, it does not matter how high you get that left leg. You should feel in the back side of your left glute, your hamstring. Keep it going, lift and lower, L step, left leg, continue to flex through your left toes. Imagine you've got something hanging on your big toe, you're flexing your foot so hard to not let it drop. We've got those Shiva squats coming up next. Stay with it for the L step, few more. Very nice. On the next one, hold that left leg straight back. Strong point through your left toes. Bend into both knees as you draw that left knee to the outside of your right thigh, knee, calf, or ankle. Kick it back. Tuck it in. Kick it back. Shiva squat. So you're coming back to that same stance of where you ended your L step. Drawing that left leg straight back. Continue to point through your toes. Maybe make it graceful. You've got this. Keep it going. Looking so strong. Shiva squat and kick. You've got it. Crunch it in, kick it out, few more. Wherever you're at, give me one more. Tuck it in, kick it back, set your left foot down, pedal it out. All right, go ahead and set that block off to the side. From here, draw your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Find a high crescent. Sweep both arms up high. We're gonna hinge forward. As we hinge back, straighten your front left leg, bend into your back right knee. Hinge forward, come back to that high crescent. Draw your hips back. Straighten that left leg, bend into that right knee. Funky crescent, press it forward. If you want more of a challenge, as you draw that front knee straight, back knee is bent, may draw your arms back. And forward, coming back to that high crescent. To challenge your balance, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Just moving here, fluid movement. One more. And back. All right, everyone come back and meet in that high crescent. Seal your right heel coming into warrior one. So deep bend that front left knee. Back right leg is straight. From here, keep your right arm up. Sweep your left arm behind your back around towards your right thigh. Cartwheel your right hand down. Inside of your left foot, sweep your left arm up. So you're alternating high lunge with a twist to exalted warrior. Maintain that bend and that front knee. You can always place a block inside that left foot. Move here at your pace. Slow it down. Don't recommend speeding up too much. You almost get more of the benefits the slower you go. Alternating exalted warrior to high lunge with a twist. Now you can come back to warrior one, release your left hand to the inside of your right thigh, and then bring it down. Keep it going. One more. Come back down to that high lunge with a twist. Rotate your right foot. From here, keep your left arm up. We're just gonna bend deeper into that front left knee, just a little pulse. Warming up those hips. A few more just like this. If you want to take it deeper, you can rotate that right hip down and then come up. Just a deeper stretch. You've got it. Whether you're bending deeper into that left knee or rotating your right hip down. Give me two more. All right, release your left hand down. Step your right foot to meet the left. Pedal out your heels, bending one knee at a time. Let's repeat that same thing on the other side. All right, so this time, your right foot forward. Step your left foot back. Both toes facing forward, sweep your arms up high, find your high crescent, deep bend into that front right knee, find your high crescent, hinge a little bit deeper, start by keeping the arms up, straighten that front right leg, bend into your back left knee, funky crescent, press it forward, and then draw back. Now if you want more, you can draw those arms down by your hips as you straighten that front leg, bending into your back knee. To keep your balance, keep your arms overhead. To challenge your balance even more, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. You can move one knee at a time or both knees. This is not easy. Give yourself some grace. Wherever you're at, give me one more. High crescent, funky crescent, pull it back. All right, everyone come back, meet me in high crescent. Seal your back left foot, find your warrior one. So left toe to turn to 45 degrees. From here, release your right hand down to the inside of your back left thigh. Exalted warrior. Cartwheel your left hand down to the inside of your right foot. Right arm comes high. High lunge with a twist. Exalted warrior. Now you can come back to warrior one in between. Or flow from exalted warrior to high lunge with a twist. That's it. Do what you can. Almost there. I know it burns. Wherever you're at, give me one more. Exalted warrior. Everyone meet in the hands of twist. Rotate your left foot so it's in line. Reach your right arm up. Left hand on the floor on a block inside your right foot. Bend into that front knee a little bit more. Just little pulses. You can stay here or you can try to dip your back left hip down. I previously broke my left ankle, so I'm not as fluid on this side with my left ankle. Keep it going, little pulses. Or you can dip that back left hip down. A few more here. All right, step your left foot to meet your right foot. Pedal it out. Catch your breath. Grab those weights. We're gonna find our triangle pose. So wide stance, left toes facing the same direction you're looking, right toes facing the top or the back of your mat, depending on how you're looking at it. Left arm up, right arm down. Stay here. Maybe rotate your left shoulder open. Open up your chest. From here, stay here, or pulse, lifting and lowering. Crunching those obliques. You've got it. Just a few more. Keep it going. All right, hold that right hand down. Hold your hips low. Tap your left arm down. Reach it up. Tap your left hand to meet the right. Doesn't have to make connection. You just want to move it in that way. 2 more. Lift and lower, tap. Lift up one more time. Lower and tap. Rise up. Hands to your hips. Rotate your right foot forward. Pivot your left toes to the top of your mat so your hips are still nice and wide. Bump your hips to the back. Tee out your arms. Draw your left hand down. Right arm up. Find your triangle pose on the other side. Try to rotate your right shoulder back. To challenge your balance, gaze up towards the ceiling. For balance, gaze down towards your left toes. Hold it here or pulse it. Tiny pulses. Crunching those obliques a little bit more. All right, hold it low. Right arm taps down towards the left. Sweep it up high. Squeeze the inside of your thighs towards one another. Engage your quads. Lower and lift. One more. All right, set those weights down. All right, from here, come to the top of your mat. We're going to do a little fun flow before you come onto the floor. Swan dive forward, arms overhead. Swan dive forward. Step or half your feet out to a high plank. Lower down. Full chaturanga. Press up. Upward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Bend in your knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, rise up. Forward fold. Hands towards your feet. Walk your hands out to a high plank. Lower down. Full chaturanga. Press up. Find your downward facing dog. This time bend in your knees. Walk your feet towards your wrists. Coming into a forward fold. Hands to your hips. Roll up. Arms overhead. One more time each side. Swan dive forward. Step or hop your feet back to a high plank. Lower down. Come through. Full cobra. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. Roll all the way up. Hands overhead. Hands to heart center. Forward fold. Deep bend the knees. Walk your hands out to a high plank. We are just where we need to be from here. Tap it out right and left. You can lower your knees down, coming to a tabletop, doing side taps. You can hover your shins in a bear for side taps or high plank. That's it, do what you can. Just a few more here. One more time each side. Draw both feet back in line with your hips. Press your hips up. Downward facing dog, pedal it out. Bend both knees. Hover your shins. Find your power dog. Press forward. Find your high plank. Press up, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Bend your knees, power dog. Press it forward, high plank. Once more. Downward facing dog. This time we're going to hold it a little bit longer. 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it forward. We've already held a plank long enough. Lower all the way down. A little mini stretch here. Relax your toes. Reach your right arm out long. Relax your right leg. Lift your left leg up and over. Broken wing, opening up your right shoulder and your left hip. Gently rock back onto your tummy. Both hips, both palms press in. Release your left arm out long. Relax your left leg. Reach your right leg up as you rock onto that left hip. Opening up your left hip and your right shoulder. Onto your tummy. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Press up to a tabletop. Lower your left or right hip to the floor. Draw your feet around in front. From here, grab your equipment, your blocks, your weights. All right, reach that block out in front, knees bent, roll back. Slowly, all the way down. Head, neck, and shoulders on the floor. Tap the block overhead, reach that block back over your shoulders. Yes, we're rolling back up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Try to keep your feet planted. Ooh. Shoulders over your hips, reach that block overhead. Draw it forward, roll back halfway. Tap side to side. That's it, just right and left. Few more. You can challenge yourself by keeping your gaze with that block with your hands, or just keep your gaze out in front. All right, hold that block over to the right side. Lift your right leg, extend and bend, extend and bend. So your body's rotated to the left. That right knee is bending and extending. If you want to make it more challenging, you can hover that left leg. Oh yeah, all the things. Keep it going. Bend and extend that right leg. 2 more. Last one. Plant both the feet. Come back through center. Rotate right and left. We're going to do that same thing. And this time we're going to hold it to the right and that left leg is going to move. Just side to side. Try to bring that waistband of your pants or your shorts closer to the floor to make it more challenging. Likewise, you can always sit up a little bit more. All right, bring it over to the right, hold it there. Lift your left leg, extend and bend. If you want that challenge, hover that right leg. Do what you can. Very nice. Extend and bend that left knee. Right leg can be planted or hovering. That's it, give me 1 more. All right, plant both the feet. Bring that block onto your shins. We're gonna roll back, come into a reverse tabletop. From here, grab the block with your hands, extend your arms and legs long. Reach your knees in. Place that block on your shins, reach your arms and legs long. So you're setting that block on your shins, reaching your arms and legs long, balancing that block. Try not to lose it. If it falls off, just place it back on. If it becomes distracting, you're like, I am not feeling this block today, just do it without. Keep it going. Stabilizing your core, drawing your lower back into the mat. Continue to breathe. Reach and crunch. All right, hold the knees into the chest, draw the block between your palms. From here, block is overhead. Draw it around to the right, behind your thighs. Pass it to your left hand, arms overhead. Reverse the direction. Left arm behind the legs, pass it to the right hand. Reach your arms back up overhead. Draw that right hand down behind. Reach it up. Your lower back should be glued to that floor. Your knees are directly over your hips. You're alternating, passing that block underneath and behind your thighs, and then back up overhead with the opposite hand. Keep it going. Few more. Almost there. Give me one more. Right to left, left to right. All right, from here, go ahead and bend your knees. Lower your head on the floor, and then draw your left knee into your chest. We're gonna place that block on the sole of your left foot. You can use a strap here as well to hold that block in place, or put the block off to the side. Left leg up towards the ceiling with or without that block. Reach your right leg towards the left, and then lower and lift that right leg. So you want to flex that left foot just as we did when we were doing our standing L step. That'll allow you to hold that block in place. If the block is a little wobbly, you want a little bit more support, you can always take a strap around the part of the block that's facing closer to the ceiling, and then pull the strap on either side to hold it in place. Keep it going. Give me one more. All right, lower that right foot, bend your right knee, allow the sole of your right foot to be pressed in towards the floor. We still got that block, so with the left leg up towards the ceiling, glute bridge lift and lower. Now is when the balance really comes into play. Single leg glute bridge lift and lower. Does not matter how high you get those hips, your shoulders are staying pressed into the floor, just your hips are lifting. You're pressing into the sole of your right foot. Sole of your left foot, with or without that block, stays up towards the ceiling. That's it, few more. Lift and lower. Single leg glute bridge. Just a couple more. All right, gently lower that left foot. Seal that block, plant your left foot. Allow your hips to rock side to side. Allow your knees to come from one side to the next. Gently come back to center. This time we're going to do the exact same thing with the right foot. So tuck your right knee into your chest. Bring that block to the sole of your right foot if you can. Draw it up towards the ceiling. When you get there, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Lower and lift that left leg. So your left foot can be pointed, flexed, or just relaxed. You can have a bend in that right knee or keep it straight, but you do want your right toes to be flexed. So as flat as you can, just like you want to stamp the sole of your right foot up towards the ceiling to hold that block. Again, use any of those props. You can grab a strap. You can always set the block off to the side. Keep it going. Lift and lower just the left leg. Few more. We're going to finish it up with a single leg glute bridge on the right side to keep everything symmetrical. One more. Go ahead and lower that left leg. Bend your left knee. Plant your left foot on the floor. Keep the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. Press it up. Release it down. Press it up. Release it down. You got it. Press it up. Release it down. Squeezing your glutes. Engage your abs. Keeping your right foot up towards the ceiling. Flex your right foot. That's it. You're so close. Stay with it. Lift and lower. Squeezing your glutes. Pressing your left foot into the floor. Almost there. Last 7. Give me 2 more. That's it. 1 more. Nice. Release the hips down. Allow that block to come off to the side. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. You can grab your shins or the back side of your thighs, head, neck, and shoulders. Relax down towards the floor. Keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Extend your left leg long. With your left hand, gently guide your right knee over to the left side of your body. Supine twist. Gently come back to center, both knees in towards your chest. They can track out to your shoulders. Keep your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Extend your right leg long. Bind your hand underneath your left knee. With your right hand, gently guide your left knee over to the right side of your body. Come back to center. Both knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. Or coming up to a comfortable seat. Draw the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Sweep your right leg long. Sweep both arms up high. Side bend over to the right. Gently gaze now underneath your left armpit. Feel that stretch all along the left side body. Inhale, rise up, left hand behind your hip. Press your hips up and forward. Coming back to that stargazer. Release your hips down. Switch sides, left leg long, sole of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Sweep both arms up high. Side bend over to the left side. Inhale, rise up, release your right hand behind your hip. Press your hips up and forward, stargazer. Gently release both hips down. Come into any comfortable seated position. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Fantastic work. Thank you for allowing me to share my yoga sculpt practice with you all today. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste.